Hi, this is Kevin with FreeFX Tools coming to you today with a new plugin for Dustin Pass's system, the FX Black Book. And this is a very amazing system. Dustin actually came to me recently and showed me this system, and I got to play with it for a little while. And immediately off the top of my head, I knew some things that I could do to actually help improve the tradability of this system while at the same time giving you a little bit of free time and extra time that you wouldn't have otherwise. So I've actually spent the last week or so putting something together to help me trade this a little better, a little easier, and I've got something that I actually want to share with you. This is completely free of charge. I want you guys to be able to use this. That way it adds a whole lot of strength to the FX Black Book system because I have a lot of faith in this system, and I know that with a plugin like this, it'll be a lot easier to trade. So what you're seeing here is actually the FXBB Pro plugin, and then the version number is right here, V1B4. Now this is the program that I made that plugs directly in to the Forex Black Book system. Now before you follow these instructions, the instructions in this video to install this software, you will need to have downloaded and installed Dustin's FXBB system first. Okay, and you can do that by clicking the link below this video. There's a link below this video that will take you to the download page for Dustin's system. Now this system is 100% completely free. It's not going to charge you for it to download it and to begin using it. So go ahead and click the link below if you don't already have this system. Download the system and install it. Follow those easy instructions to install the system. And once you've installed the system, you can simply come over here back to this page and follow the instructions in this video. You can pause this video now if you need to do that. Alright, once you've installed the system, simply click the link below. There's another link below that will allow you to download this program and save it somewhere easy to find, such as your desktop or my documents folder. I've saved it on my desktop, and here it is right here. So once you've downloaded it, simply double click the file and it will come up with an installation wizard. It says welcome to the FXBB Pro plugin V1B4 setup wizard. Simply click the next button. It's going to ask you for some information. So go ahead and put in your first name, your last name, and your email address. Into the box. So you'll notice that a note right here says a required software key will be sent to this email address, so this email address must be valid. Simply use the same email address that you got the email from that showed you to this page. So once you've done that, click next, give it a second because it's going to contact and send your information, and it will give you a software key into your email box immediately. So go ahead and check your email. If it's not there, give it a couple of seconds. Grab the key from the email and paste it into this section here. Just for the purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and put in a test key to show you what this looks like and click the next button. Okay, so once you get past that screen, it's going to ask you where you want to install this program. Now, there's something built into this installer that will install them on all of your MetaTraders on your computer simultaneously, and we'll see that here in a minute. So it doesn't really matter where you pick here, but the installation of your last MetaTrader 4 will be here. So technically you don't have to change this folder at all. Simply click next. It's going to show your settings one more time. Click the install button and then this will come up. It says please be patient. Setup is now looking for additional MetaTrader installs. This process may take a couple of minutes. And you'll see searching and the dots that move to show you that it is indeed searching. It's not frozen or anything like that. It's literally going through your hard drive to find all of the different MetaTrader 4s that are on your computer. And once it does, it'll automatically copy all of the necessary files to all of your MetaTraders. So you don't have to worry about installing it to each and every MetaTrader 4. This will install it to all of them simultaneously. It's very important to note also that if you've got the Forex Black Book system installed and you install this plugin, it has to be on the same MetaTrader as your Black Book installation, meaning that this plugin will not work at all without the Forex Black Book system installed. So that's why you must install that one first. So as soon as this finishes, then we'll be able to finish the installation and begin using our software. Okay, now that it is finished, it'll automatically come to this next portion here. It says setup is finished installing the plugin. Click finish to exit. So once we click the finish button, we now have the plugin installed on all of our MetaTrader 4s on our computer. So what we're going to do now is I'm simply going to open a MetaTrader 4 and show you how to use this. Okay, so I've opened my MetaTrader 4 platform and I've got it laid out to where there are no charts open or anything like that. So I want to kind of show you from the very beginning how to set this up and how to use this. And it's actually very, very simple to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open just a plain chart. Go to File, New Chart, select any chart that I wish, and I need to flip it to the 4-hour time frame. If you don't see this bar up here, it shows all the different time frames, minute 1, minute 5, 15, and so on. There's one that says H4, that's 4 hours. So we need to click that. And normally, to attach Dustin's system, he says to apply a template. Right click, go to template, and then select FXBB. You'll see I have quite a few templates here, but select FXBB, and it will apply his template. It'll ask you to log in. And it may take a second to authenticate, but once it does and you get a tick, then it's going to show you the system that you've seen, on all of Dustin's videos and images. So that's how you apply Dustin's system. Well, I have created a template as well, so you don't have to mess with indicators or anything like that. So if you want to use my plugin, you simply right-click on the chart, go to Template, and instead of selecting FXBB, if you've run the installation like before, like I've said before, you will have FXBB plugin, FXBB underscore plugin. So once you click that button, it might ask you to log in again. And if you do, simply click the OK button. And once again, it might take a minute. Just wait for a tick. And once the tick comes in, you'll notice there are a couple of extra things on the chart here. One of the extra things on the chart is in the top left-hand corner. Let's see if I can make this just a little more clear. There we go. Top left-hand corner, it says Arrows Predictor. Arrows when current candle closes above or below these prices. And you'll see green arrow up, price, and NA means not available. Yellow up arrow, price, not available, and so on. And you also, down here, you'll see the example of what it's actually found. Yellow down arrow at price 1.56490. And if we'll look on the chart, there's actually a yellow dot right at this price as well. So what does this mean? Now what this is going to do for you, and the way it adds to the system, is this is actually going to show you at the beginning of every candle, it's going to run through a very complicated algorithm that I built actually, but the end result is that it gives you the price at which each arrow will be triggered. Okay, so normally whenever you're trading this system, you don't exactly know when an arrow is going to pop up. You might get your sound alerts, you might be able to look at your chart and see, but, to be able to set your watch or your clock to look at your chart every 4 hours, it could get a little bit tedious. So what I've done is I've created something that at the very beginning of the candle, up to 4 hours in advance, you know exactly at what price an arrow is going to show up, and you also know exactly what type of arrow it's going to be. Is it going to be a yellow down arrow, a red down arrow, a yellow up arrow, or a green up arrow? So it's an extremely useful tool. I actually started doing this with some of my systems, and it's giving me so much freedom because I know exactly what price this is going to hit, so I can actually set up pending orders or anything like that just as I see fit. Now it's very important to note that whenever you're using this plugin, just as it says right here, arrows appear when the current candle closes above or below this price. So say the price rockets down and it hits this yellow dot here. Traditionally, it's not going to show an arrow immediately. Okay, if this candle closes below this price and a new candle opens, then a new arrow will show up. So this is giving you a close price at which it's supposed to give you an arrow. So if it closes once again below this price, we're going to get a yellow down arrow. And let me see if I can find an example of the different arrows and different prices. Okay, here's another great example. You'll notice up here on the top left, this is the Euro US dollar on the hour 4 chart. Up here on the left, it says green up arrow will appear at price 1.35218. And you'll see this green dot here is at the exact same price, 1.35128. So if the candle comes up, closes above this price, you know that you're going to be getting a green arrow and a valid buy signal because we have our green here. So you know ahead of time, way ahead of time, when the arrow will trigger, what type of arrow will trigger, and it's not even a question. You know exactly what to do way before it happens with this plugin. As you can imagine, this will be a monumental addition to any system, but because I feel so strongly about the Black Book system, I wanted to go ahead and put this in here and go ahead and give it to you guys so you can play with it and you can become better traders with this system. I mean, imagine you know ahead of time, way ahead of time, when an arrow is going to appear and what color that arrow is going to be. Makes the system a whole lot easier to trade. You don't have to babysit the charts and you don't have to wonder when it's going to happen or what it's going to be. You know way ahead of time exactly what's going to happen, and you can act accordingly. So that about does it. That's exactly what this plugin does. And there are going to be additions to this plugin for sure. Right now it predicts the arrows. I've actually am working on something that predicts this little band down here at the bottom. If you zoom out a little bit, his directional band, you know, is green for buy and it's red for sell. I'm actually working on something that will predict when this will turn from green to red or from red to green. So not only will you know the arrows, when the arrows are going to appear, you're also going to know when the trend will reverse, and that's a big one as well. So as stated, these are predictors. They'll let you look into the future with the system, and it'll tell you exactly at what price things are going to happen. And everything becomes so much easier. You can take it from me. I trade all of my systems this way now. So everything becomes so much easier whenever you use one of these things. So once again, this is totally free. Go ahead and use the download link below. Follow the installation instructions earlier in this video, and you'll be up and running in no time using this predictor on your new Forex Black Book system. If you guys have any questions or any comments, please shoot me an email at kevin@freefxtools.com, and I'll be sending out some updates and software changes and stuff as I get further along, building the different predictors for the ribbon at the bottom and making this just better and better for you guys.